No amount of AI this or whatever is going to stop me from doing what I love, because the process and knowledge that I can do something with my brain and my hands is just so fulfilling to me. I make art because it's part of who I am as a human being. I've been drawing on and off since I was a child, though I didn't take it very seriously until my mid-20s or so. It still brings me joy, and I enjoy the process of bringing a piece to life. The ugly phases of art may be hard to get through sometimes, but I know that we've all got to make ugly stuff before we can make things that we're happy with. And let me tell you, I have had so many wonky-looking dinosaurs and dragons as an early teen. I wish I still had them so I could actually show you all what I'm talking about, but unfortunately, these were circumstances completely out of my personal control. My family had to uproot and move a couple different times as a kid, and I've lost almost all of my art from my childhood. And for that reason, I really believe you shouldn't destroy, delete, throw away all of your old art if you can help it. I know you hate how it looks, and maybe it makes you cringe, but 10 years later, you might have wanted to see where you started and how the process has gotten you to where you are today, you know? Now, this is going to sound like a tangent, but I'm going to admit to you, I was a C average student in school, barely passed my math classes. My last math class in high school actually made the smart kids cry, so I definitely did not do very well. I barely passed that class. Back then, the only things that I was really good at was like maybe writing, English, anything that required me to read books. I always had my nose in a book up until a certain point. But like my favorite thing, period, art, always has been. And now as an adult, art is one of those things that I feel like I'm good enough at. Now, I'm not going to make the Mona Lisa, you know what I'm saying? But, like, I'm good enough at it to feel like I can have some sense of pride about it. Like, I'm doing okay, I'm doing good. But I know that I still have a lot of work ahead of me, and I need to continue to improve, not because other people want me to improve, but because it makes me happy. So, was I disappointed when AI started bleeding into everything? Heck yeah, I was. I was in the process of casting my line into the sea that is the internet, looking to catch even a small fish that is just a simple art commission here and there. And I did catch a few. I was underpaid for a tile set. This was in part my fault. I made some items for somebody's website. I created some decorative items for a character page over on DeviantArt. I made some fish for a game dev demo someone was creating. I unfortunately do not have links to these things. I do have some of the images, though, that I can show you on screen. And suddenly a huge patch of garbage just comes floating into my fishing area. It smelled of rotten food, scams, and grifters. And despite the stench, many of these fish were more interested in this huge patch of food versus my little morsel that I could toss out here and there. There was just so much more in that garbage patch than I could think to produce in a lifetime. Now, I had caught many a boot and many a Joja-Cola before. Scammers are a dime a dozen out there. But occasionally I caught something to feed my family with. Now with this garbage patch blocking my fishing spot, I'd have to go see if I could find work elsewhere. And I try to go somewhere else, but another one appears there too, and it eventually becomes inescapable. AI popping up was definitely an issue, but I quickly realized too that the kind of people that were asking AI to make their hot anime girlfriend weren't the kind of people that would pay me to make something anyway. They just wanted some quick, cheap junk to stare at, 16 fingers and all. At any rate, I told myself they'll probably just tell me, oh, your art is too expensive anyway, but I'm on the lower end of how costly art is, but not so cheap that I'm below minimum wage for where I am. It's likely I don't charge enough for commissions even now. As somebody who primaried in pixel art for the most part, and I still do, but I do pick up things in Clip Studio Paint here and there, but pixel art felt safe from AI generation for a little while there, because we would see it and it's like, it's really ugly, and the pixels weren't consistent in size in the same image. But of course there are people that are, pushing this more and more often, and it's getting better and better. Once in a while, I run into someone pushing AI pixels, and it's honestly such a shame. I do block folks like that on social media so I don't accidentally support someone that isn't being genuine. I want to support people that care about their craft and not somebody trying to grift or make a quick buck off of others' hard work. I also don't really draw for money as often as I would like. I do enjoy it though. The joy that people have when you give them the thing that you just custom made for them really warms my heart. I just wish I could get away with doing it for free all the time. Unfortunately, a warmed heart does not pay my bills. I have children, and I can't leave them home alone during the summer for a few more years, so I do what I can to help my household financially. Thankfully, there are still other humans who appreciate the human touch to an art piece, and for them, I am grateful. I've gotten to make so many things, and I've learned so many new things because of them too. Lately, I've had the wonderful opportunity to draw some giraffes, and I've created some art for the lovely folks on Game Jolt too. And as I've mentioned before, I've been picking up art, done in Clip Studio Paint rather than just, pixel art lately. I've been finding a lot more confidence in myself over the last few years, and I'm really happy about that. I used to avoid art in general because I had little to no confidence in myself. Looking back, I really wasn't all that bad at human anatomy. It needed some work, sure, but I don't know what I was so annoyed at myself about. The reality of it is that I was dealing with depression, at one point in my life for quite a while. I eventually got that treated, and I've been doing a lot better. And then AI pops up and is trying to take away, the thing that I enjoy? I absolutely refuse. AI might be able to take away potential clients or something in the future, I don't know. It probably already is, but you know what? I'm still having fun. This is part of who I am. It's what I like to do. Fight me! Will AI win that fight? Probably. But you know what? I got other humans on my side. And that's what matters. Well, that being said, that's the end of the video. I appreciate y'all for sticking around, and please take care of yourself. We are living in interesting times. I wish that wasn't the case, but I'm hoping for the best for all of us.